Today, I'm going to be talking about how a blog can help your business or brand get found online. Coming up. Hey, my name is Marlon from marlonmcpherson.com, and you're listening to Future Steps Creative, the online business podcast that talks about online strategy, especially around your website and your content. If this is the sort of thing that you're into, feel free to subscribe to the podcast on your favorite podcast player so you don't miss an episode. The video is also on YouTube, so you can subscribe to the YouTube channel and check out some of the other videos there as well whilst you're at it. So I'm continuing on from the last episode in the same theme where I'm talking about top of funnel activities that you can do for marketing to bring in, to drive discovery first of all, and drive growth by bringing in people into your brand, your ecosystem, your business, so you can actually grow and improve on sales and so on and so forth. So in the last episode, I spoke about using YouTube as a way to do that, which is one of my favorite ways. If you haven't listened to that yet, I believe that's going to be episode 39. So do check out that episode. And today I'm talking about having a blog or doing blogging or publishing blog posts. So let's jump straight into the content, and hopefully this is going to be helpful to you in giving you some ideas going forward. So first of all, let's explore what a blog actually is. So a blog is a type of website that publishes diary-style text-based content to provide information, commentary, or discussion. Blogs consist of special pages referred to as posts. These are displayed in reverse date order or reverse chronological order. And this is something that I want to clarify here in terms of blogs and blog posts. I hear a lot of people referring to a blog post as a blog, but I'm talking about the overall thing when I mention the word blog. It's like having a book and having pages. A blog is the equivalent of having the book, and then each page would be a blog post. So some people call the post a blog itself, so try not to get confused by that. When I say a blog, I'm talking about the overall thing. So a blog can be its own separate thing. It can be its own entity, or it can be attached to a traditional website. So that's how you would basically have a blog, or you would see a blog. Let's talk about some of the benefits of actually having a blog. So first of all, search discovery. Blog posts are typically found by search engines like Google. When someone puts in a search online for a particular topic or a particular thing, most of the results that you see come up on the page, the results page is going to be or are going to be blog posts mixed in with service pages or other types of content. But primarily you will have blog posts which basically answers the question or answers the query. The search results basically would address whatever it is that the person puts in. The second point is that blogs can help you establish authority. When you have a series of posts around a particular thing, you can help to educate your audience and establish your expertise. And this then helps you with building trust and allowing your audience to turn into leads by opting into whatever it is that you would like them to opt into, or even directly go to a sale if you're talking about a product or you're talking about something that can actually help them solve a problem. This could then lead into you recommending a particular product or a particular solution, which then can either bring in business for you for services or selling a product. Now, compared to other types of content, blogs are a flexible way. A blog is a flexible way to publish content. And this is because the content itself can be not just text-based, but it can be a mixture of text, photos, and other types of media like video, which is really a very powerful way to actually publish blog posts, because videos, items with videos in it tend to rank higher in Google. You could also include infographics or anything that explains the point or helps to deliver value to the end user. So it's more effective. It's a more effective way to publish content versus one individual type of content, because you can actually combine everything onto a post. So you can basically have the written content explaining things, and you can have a video or whatever it is that aids whatever it is that you're trying to bring across in terms of your point. Now, the other thing is blog posts are easy to update compared to having a video, for example, where once you've published that video, you can't then go and re-edit that video and replace it. You basically have to do another video to add on to whatever it is that you did before, or to correct something that you've made a mistake with. Whereas with a blog post, you can actually go in to the post and edit it because it's primarily text, and you can remove content, you can add more content, and so on. All right, let's talk about starting your blog, and I'm going to give you some tips here on doing so. So I recommend that you use WordPress because WordPress is by nature built for blogging. That's the original purpose of WordPress, and it has all the features and functionality that you would need to publish a blog post effectively and have it found by search engines. It gives you all the tools you need to be able to optimize it to do that. Of course, you can do blogging on other platforms as well, but I'm an advocate for building your own platform. So I'm going to say WordPress is the way to go. It makes it super easy for you to publish blog posts. Most of all, what you need to do is set up your archive pages, which are basically where the blog post will show up when someone goes to that blog. Like I said before, you can actually have your blog as a separate entity where the site itself is the blog, or you can have it as a traditional site which has a blog attached to it. In fact, when you set up WordPress for the first time, it defaults to a blog style setup where it has the homepage as an archive page for the blog. So you'd see the reverse chronological posts where the latest post is at the top and the older ones are towards the bottom. Now you could have it as a static website where you have your traditional pages, and then you have the blog as a link from there as well. It just depends on how you want to do it. But it gives you all the flexibility to do that. You just need to decide how you want to organize it on WordPress, and you have all the tools and resources you need there. So I can't sing the praises high enough for WordPress. Now, in terms of the content itself, you want to identify the topics that are most relevant to your business or your subject area that you want to write about. So oftentimes people start out with blogging, they actually just start publishing things randomly, and a lot of things might be off topic. Now, this can actually harm your growth and your search discovery, because you tend to find that blogs that are based on one specific type of area or a specific type of topic or a specific area tend to do better than ones that are more broad. Again, it comes down to things like niching. I've spoken about niching down before. It's not just about niching down in terms of what you offer, but it's about your content as well. So identifying the topic that is most relevant, or topics that are most relevant to what you offer, or the type of audience that you're trying to build, is going to help you in the long term. And it always bear in mind the end result when you actually go for a blog post to write, what it is that you'd like the reader to achieve, or the potential end user to achieve once they decide to follow what you say in the blog or go through the instructions. If it's a to-do type of post, like an instructional post. The next thing I would say is for you to research the competition and see how you can fill the gaps that haven't been covered at all or not covered very well. So this is one where you can actually gain some early traction instead of trying to rewrite everything that you see. Because if you have an established blog out there already that you're trying to compete against, in terms of they already have posts that cover some of these topics and their site or their blog has been established for a long time, they tend to rank higher just off the back of that. So you want to see how you can actually navigate around that initially if you're just starting out, by filling those gaps that they haven't covered. And then eventually, once your site or your blog, I use them interchangeably, I'll just say site. Once your site develops some authority, your domain, the name of the address for your website, Google sees this and it builds up a reputation. It has a reputation in Google's mind to say, look, okay, they've been around for a while, they've proven themselves. We can now give them an opportunity to rank higher, and therefore, over time, you'll be able to build up that authority and earn the right to rank higher. Let's talk about the key points. So the key takeaway points I've got here is that blogging is one of the best ways you can actually publish content for search engine discovery, as well as for user discovery. And you can get traffic to your website that way. It can also help you establish expertise and build trust with your audience, and therefore help with conversions, increasing conversions. And you can get started more easily compared to other types of content in terms of publishing videos and doing podcasts and things like that. It can be an easier way to get started. Now, if you are a small business owner, a freelancer, or an online entrepreneur, and you're looking for some extra help and guidance, I've started putting together some resources over on futurestepscreative.com that can actually help you get to your goal faster. So I have some training resources, some downloadables, and a community forum that you can get access to, not just me, but anyone else that's on the platform. You can start for free with some of the resources. So head over to futurestepscreative.com and I will hopefully see you on the inside. Until next time, be brave, have faith, and take action.